Welcome everyone. I am Ravi from Brain Mentors and I am going to talk about machine learning complete roadmap in this video. Whether you are a beginner or expert, you must know about this day-to-day life cycle of data science. Machine learning is a combination of two important things, maths and programming. A lot of people think that machine learning requires a lot of mathematics to get started with. But no, that's not true. So first, let's talk about maths only. There are only three areas of maths that you need to cover: statistics, linear algebra, and calculus. So first, let's talk about statistics. In statistics, you need to learn about basic statistical operations like mean, median, mode, variance, standard deviations, range, and all. Then you need to have a basic knowledge of probability distributions like normal distribution, uniform distribution, Bernoulli's, and binomials. And then you need to have a basic knowledge of Bayesian statistics like conditional probabilities, Bayes theorem, hypothesis testing. So these are the major department of statistics that you must be aware of. Statistics is the backbone of data science. Then if we talk about linear algebra, then first we have scalars and vectors. Then you must be aware of matrices, then linear equations, few things about eigenvectors and values, and then singular value decomposition. So these are the only areas that you need to understand in linear algebra. Now if we talk about the calculus, then the major thing in calculus is we have differentiation and integrals. So you must be aware of few rules of differentiation that will help us to optimize our algorithms later. So this is the only maths that is prerequisite for us to get started with machine learning. Now let's talk about programming. What programming options we have? So when we talk about programming, we have major three most popular programmings. We have MATLAB, R programming, and Python programming. So I'm just going to talk about these three programming. There are other programmings as well like Java and all, but the flexibility provided by these languages to implement maths is really great. So first, if I talk about MATLAB, it's a programming for mathematical computation majorly, which is used in different areas like data science, signal processing, computational biology, and all. The problem with MATLAB is that it's paid. It's not free to use by everyone. So we can switch to R programming then, because it's open source and free to use. Also, R includes a lot of libraries which help us to perform data analysis efficiently. R programming is used in a lot of different areas like statistical computing, academics and research, then machine learning also, and data analysis. It's used a lot in data analysis to visualize, to perform exploratory data analysis and all. Alright, so now if I talk about Python programming, then we all know that Python is a general purpose programming language which is used in AI, development and testing, securities, networking. So there are a lot of departments that are covered by Python programming. Also, there is a problem with R programming. R is not able to build applications. If you want to implement deep learning, then R do not have great support for deep learning till now. So for the problems we have, all the problems, there is only one solution, that is Python, which is free, open source, easy to use, general purpose, and suitable for any kind of algorithm. So whether it is machine learning or deep learning, Python can be used in any department. So till now, we are aware of basic requirements for machine learning, maths and programming. Now, we are going to talk about the steps we need to perform machine learning. So first of all, let's divide it into three phases: data collection, data exploration, and predictive modeling. So machine learning is, first we know that it's a combination of maths and programming. Then I'm dividing machine learning into three different phases: data collection, exploration, and predictive modeling. So let's first get started with the major thing. First of all, we need data. How you will collect the data, or from where you are getting the data. So we could have multiple sources or techniques to collect the data. We can use the techniques like web scraping, or we can perform file handling for CSV, Excel, and JSON files. Also, there is one thing we can perform, that is API calls. Like if you want latest data of Twitter or sports websites or anything that is not easily freely available on any other website, on the websites where datasets are generally given. So we can perform API calls, and also we can hit the database, like whether it could be SQL or no SQL. So finally, you have the data with you. After collecting the data, now you can perform data exploration. So now why we need to perform data exploration? Like whenever you fetch data from Twitter or anywhere, you need to first perform the data cleaning. So why we are performing data cleaning? Because if you are fetching something from Twitter, Facebook and all, then you might get hashtags or you might get the emojis and all. But these all things are unnecessary. These are the unnecessary details in our data. So we need to get rid of them. Okay. Now after cleaning our data, we can perform EDA and data visualization, which means exploratory data analysis, and data visualizations means to visualize the data using the different bar plots, pie chart, histograms and all. So till now we know that in data exploration, first we need to clean the data, then we have to perform EDA and data visualization. Here we perform statistics and all. Now we perform data pre-processing, which means here we apply few techniques like feature scaling, like normalization and standardization, label encoding and one-hot encoding. Now, one final thing on our data we need to perform is feature extraction to figure out which features are important for us. So we use techniques like forward feature selection, backward features elimination and many more. Now we are all set to perform machine learning on our data after splitting it into train and test. So here we apply machine learning in predictive modeling area. So we apply machine learning algorithms like linear regression, logistic, SVM, decision tree, random forest, totally depends on data and the requirement. Now we also need to optimize our algorithm. So when I talk about optimization, it means we are applying one of the technique known as gradient descent. So here we actually use calculus to optimize our model. And now if we want to tune our model to increase accuracy or to perform comparison with different models with same data, then we apply parameter tunings like grid search and all. And last step is, like, we are all done till here as a machine learning engineer. But what if we want that our model could be used for industry purpose? Then we need to deploy it. So either we build a desktop application or web application and use our trained machine learning model after deploying them. So finally, this is the complete machine learning curve or roadmap to get started with machine learning. So if you now like the video, then hit the like button and do subscribe for more updates. Thanks for watching.